Hello everyone, Pixelriffs here from the Hermitcraft recap. We've got some very exciting news. Vintage Beef's Hermitcraft TCG has been turned into an official card game. This is something that you can go out and physically buy to play the Hermitcraft trading card game in your own homes. And we're lucky enough here at the Hermitcraft recap to have been sent a preview copy. Really excited to get to open this and share with you some of the contents of this for the very first time. This is a Pop-Tart. The actual Hermitcraft TCG won't be shipped until fall of 2023. Strawberry. Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixelriffs, our writer is LoyXP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. And having eaten that Pop-Tart, we are of course very excited to share the news that Vintage Beef's Hermitcraft TCG is being made into a physical card game, available for pre-order for the next 30 days. They did not pay us to say this, nor did they actually send us the Pop-Tart.
Speaking of being completely lost, I would be absolutely nothing without the amazing artists that I brought on for this project. Aibi, drawn by CC, Loderigo, and Pillow Dash. You guys have been absolutely incredible.
With TCG Mania gripping the server, it seems worth highlighting that you can be a part of the phenomenon. And hey, if you play this in real life, we can virtually guarantee you won't have an anvil dropped on you, which is more than we can say for playing it on the actual Hermitcraft server.
Okay.
Oh! But as this week will tell you, there are an ever-increasing number of ways to play the game, both in the physical and virtual sense. So without further ado, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week.
A year. When I got to about the halfway mark, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm only halfway. This is going to take forever. I hope it's worth it. It has been. The response has been incredible. I'm super happy.
Starting with XB Crafted, who really exemplifies this week's loose theme of putting your own spin on the card game craze. Having originally planned to build his own arena, but put it off when everybody else had the same idea, XB returns with the concept of team battles, in which a 2v2 matchup is possible. We can't wait to see how he figures out rotation battles and Dynamax raids as well.
The redstone for this thing is going to be... how do I put this? A nightmare kind of deal. It's already done. I do have it. All I gotta do is rebuild it. Because you get even one thing wrong. One thing. And none of it works.
The 2v2 arena even gets the blessing of TCG creator Vintage Beef, although he's mostly confused about this rhyming book XB is reading at him.
Signed by K.
Right, and so Corrales hasn't even been on.
I mean, it could be somebody else. It could be, Keitho or Combo Jumbo.
That's his new name, by the way.
Korean. It could be many people.
Keitho. You heard
Sounds
it,
like a
people.
diet.
Tweet at him. Keitho.
We're as excited as XB is to see the game evolve into doubles matches, but he also has our sympathies with how complex the redstone setup will have to be. We have a feeling it still won't be quite as gnarly as Doc M77's arena though. After chaining down the goat skull to stop it floating into the sky on Eldritch energy alone, Doc harnesses the power of the Hermit's own self-destructive tendencies and wires up a new anvil mode for his home arena. You see, he's decided his server mates will eventually figure out he's manually triggering the anvils to land on them, but he's counting on them getting a kick out of it happening randomly. One quick safety measure, some chunk loaders, and a wireless redstone relay later, he's able to successfully remote trigger an anvil being shot into the arena every minute and a half. The sheer randomness is also a countermeasure against the Hermit's unpredictable behavior. Quite aside from having to graffiti his chunk loader portal to make sure nobody messes with it, his attempt to anvil Gemini Tay under the guise of tournament practice fails when she refuses to stand still.
What do you
What
mean?
is this? What
Nothing.
is this?
Nothing?
Did you miss? Because you did miss. Did you aim it? What happened? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I can't find my cards. I'm sorry. I have them somewhere in my sorting system. Maybe we can play later.
It's okay.
All
You were
right.
just going to hit me with an anvil anyway.
As his TCG experience of late mostly consisted of being anvil squished, Azumavoid stays out of the festivities this week. But while his own redstone is much less expansive, it's certainly as fascinating. What we have here is an innovative cow cooker farm based on a cauldron and stuffed within the footprint of a wheat nano farm. The actual wheat is even circled around the player so they can continuously breed new cards even while AFK.
So I'll give it 20 minutes for these cows to grow up and we'll put them inside. No, you are not cows. You're going to mess up my plan by getting in this pen.
The final trick is that the baby cows glitch into a lava cauldron when they're grown and drop plenty of leather and cooked beef, enough even for Azuma to reconsider his golden carrot diet. With the excesses of his production overflowing his pockets, X turns to Impulse SV, who, just in time, has finished another floor of his iBuy Mega Market, but not the fire exit stairway.
One thing I should warn you is this back door is the emergency exit for stairs that are not in yet, so just maybe watch your step.
Emergency!
Okay.
Admittedly, the elevator here really is the safer place in case of a fire. It's made of water. Regardless, Impulse already has more shops than he can keep track of, so it helps to have Azuma move into the new space with his own production. If anything, it frees him up to come home and find that completely wrecked. As you'll probably remember, Gemini Tay has left a giant statue of herself over the entrance to Impulse's base, playing on the many dotted eyes his base brandishes.
It's a giant gem. Why is there a giant gem statue? You guys haven't really seen it yet. I've seen this one. We're getting pranked by our neighbors over and over again, apparently, now.
But since she seems so fond of his branding, Impulse decides to redecorate more of Gem's own palace with the golden eye letters and statues of his visage. Even the beards in the walls make a return.
And yeah, now we can just have like little beards just kind of hanging out in the doorway. That's pretty good. We put it on white so you kind of get like that teeth look as well there too.
Also, Impulse capitalizes on Gem's prank for Pearlescent Moon and adds a giant Mario to the giant piranha plant Gem left at Pearl's base. Never thought we'd see Chris Pratt on the server. Never thought we'd see Seth Bling on it either.
You're welcome, Pearl. Great addition to your base. I think it fits right in.
Also, in Super Mario Bros., you die if you jump onto the piranha plant, and Impulse specifies that this is a Super Mario Bros. Mario, so this is quite the self-cleaning mischief. Rendog also proves to be a self-cleaning mischief, tasking himself with cleaning up all the chest monsters he has left at various locations across the server this season. We're quite surprised Pearlescent Moon hasn't found all of them, but she'd be proud of the effort that goes into packing it all and shipping it out to Gigacorp Island, which is not a landfill, although he's been gathering mud for terraforming the island, so some land has been filled in one sense. Instead, it'll be all the more satisfying when Ren can cram everything into an auto-sorter and let it chew through all his earthly possessions.
We're about to start work on our next major project for the season, which is our auto-sorting storage facility, which I'm really excited about getting to finally. And
unfortunately, Ren lets us know his videos might be few and far between as he begins the search for a new place to live IRL.
Don't worry, it's nothing medically serious or anything like that. It is just an adult issue that I need to deal with right away. And
at least a few more items can be checked off his to-do list as he makes more progress on the racing pavilion of the ice boat track, and Pearl cleans him off the board in their TCG tournament match. Despite being the game's creator, Vintage Beef still finds some stiff competition as he faces off against Etho, whose audience voted for him to crush Beef where possible. So tune in to Beef's episode to see him well and truly tenderized. Turns out even playing Etho against himself doesn't earn you any mercy.
I got a very special guy right here. No comment?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking of my predicament here.
Super special guy. Weakest guy in the game.
That's the ultra rare Etho.
That's correct. That's correct.
It's a pretty good card.
But none of this puts Beef off from designing new cards for the game, including Command Block and Fire Charge effect cards, and Alter Ego cards for the Jingler, Beetlejoust, and Ijevin's Evil Turn as a green slime. He also teases a Goatfather card already in progress, and updates the in-game tournament bracket, which has progressed far enough that a tournament of the knocked out players can now be arranged.
Joe, Ren, Gem, X, and False, if they want to play.
We also get to see work in progress at Mumbo's base, where now he's finally happy with the living conditions inside the vault, he can begin to do something with the giant template marking out the rest of his base. The first thing he does, actually, is remove it, which in turn makes him slightly embarrassed about the scale of his vault compared to the surrounding builds, and a high security vault is not something you should feel insecure about.
First things first, as you may have noticed, this whole template here, I think I rightfully would have lost all of my subscribers and my YouTube channel would be dead. I'd have no friends, and my mum wouldn't answer the phone when I called her.
Which is why he rebuilds the blueprint for the rest of the base, only this time it's aligned with the already constructed vault, and it's orange. After some creative drafting, he settles on some designs for the connected sections, including structural pillars made of possibly the least structural material you can imagine.
That is quite a cool addition.
But that won't stop him filling the center with a vertical industrial park, the likes of which harken back to Impulse SV's Super Chunk from back in Season 4.
This is an absolute winner. I really can't wait to start building this. I can picture it in my head.
And finally, we have Tango Tech and the 30 to 50 Ravagers in his employ.
Normally I just flee in terror at this point. Are we good? Look at all the Ravagers pouring down.
Having done a dry run of Decked Out 2, Tango now attempts a more exciting version where the monsters are actually at home. But first he has to actually bring the monsters home is the thing, and the only raid farm he has available is his one from the beginning of the season, made with Grian and Scar, the one that fills the mob cap with Ravagers in 10 minutes.
No, cram less. Stop with the cramming.
As such, Tango has gotten exactly what he bargained for, it's just he should probably have bargained for fewer Ravagers. Still, the numerous beasts are delivered to the dungeon level despite the minecart's protests.
Okay, what? Hey, name tag. Come on! The distance between where I can name tag them and where they can eat my face is not a large difference.
And even the gameplay redstone goes off without a hitch. Oh, who are we kidding? The one evoker is within working state for no reason anyway, and summons plenty of Vexes even though the difficulty explicitly told him not to. Oh well, that's something for ZF to playtest on a later stream. Just maybe seek an insurance provider beforehand. And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP, and my name is PixelRiffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.